Hey, what's up guys? Quinn with Lawn Care Ninja here. Wanted to make a quick video for you guys. Hopefully this is going to be helping you out. It's going to be about the products that I use for fertilizer and overseeding. Fertilizer is really, there's obviously tons and tons of different kinds of fertilizer that you can get. But for the application, right now it's, September 27th or something like that. So, we're in the fall season, but if you're ever wondering what kind of fertilizer you guys need to be using, go ask your local supplier what the best kind of fertilizer is for, that specific time in the season. For me, we're going to be using kind of like it's like a winterizer fertilizer. We also have a bunch of seed that we're going to be putting down for overseeding. All right, so this is the stuff I am using for my customers. It's the Richlawn Pro-Rich. This is fall and winter turf food. It is organic based. This does cover 6,000 square feet. I have like 16 bags, so I should be able to get through all of my fertilizer jobs. But this one has iron in it. Since it has iron, you definitely need to make sure that you blow off all the walks. Otherwise, if you get it on the concrete here and it gets wet, it's gonna leave, rust spots all over. You definitely need to make sure you blow off walks, patios, and flagstone and all that stuff. This I ended up getting from my local Ace Hardware. It's called a Big Toolbox. They actually have this stuff at CPS distributors. I called them to ask them how much it was, and they said it was like $28 a bag. And I ended up going to my local Ace Hardware to see how much it was there. And this was actually like only 25 bucks a bag. So it's weird that it's like $3 cheaper at a actual retail store as opposed to like a wholesaler. Cool thing is I signed up for a commercial account there, and they ended up getting me 10% off of the purchase of all of these. For 16 bags, it cost $399, and that's with tax. So if you are looking to doing fall fertilizer and you are in the Denver area, this is made in Colorado and made for Colorado. So this is going to be, something that's going to be good for the lawns that we have here in Denver. You should be able to find this at probably like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. But like I said, I got this at Ace Hardware, so you can also check, your local Ace Hardware. So as far as how much to actually like put down, since that covers about 6,000 square feet, it does help to know how big the lawn sizes are of your properties, or properties, whatever. If you own a lawn care company, you definitely need to, know how big the turf area is, so that way you know about how much to use. This is what I'm gonna end up putting it down on, or down with. It's a Lesco 50-pound spreader. I actually ended up picking up a new one. I do have one over there. I bought this one to use when I first started my business, but I ended up picking up another one because I'm going to be doing, a lot of fertilizer and overseeding, and I'd like to have, one spreader for, each product. So that way I'm not having to, dump and fill up and, back and forth. They are not cheap, to be honest. This spreader, I think, was maybe around like 300 bucks or so. I don't understand why it's that much, because it's just like bent metal and plastic. It works well for me. So this is where you can adjust the rate that the product that you're putting down. That stuff, I'm probably going to put my Lesco spreader at maybe 10 or 11 and just kind of see the kind of rate that I get. Because the bag on that, the product description was saying that if you don't have a specific one that they mentioned for the product, that any one that you have from the lowest setting to the highest setting, to do it right in the middle. A lot of my yards are, probably 2,000 to 3,000 square feet. So, using a third to a half of a bag per lawn is, what I'm going to be doing. That's how I'll kind of, gauge if, as I'm out doing it. So if I come up to a yard and I know the yard is 2,500 square feet, I'm, going to use a third to a half of a bag. That's what I'll end up dumping in here, and just making sure that that's what goes down on the lawn. The fertilizer is organic based, so it's going to be okay for pets and people to be on, you know, right after. You're not gonna have to worry about harsh chemicals or anything like that. And as far as watering goes, you're just gonna follow your watering schedule, essentially. All right, now we got the seed. This is a 50-pound bag. I ended up getting 6 of these. So 6 of these with that spreader was about 1,500 bucks. So it's definitely not cheap. I got this from, it's Lesco brand, but I got it from SiteOne because SiteOne carries Lesco. I called them to see how much the seed was, and it was like $226, not including tax. Ended up going online to their website, SiteOne.com, and looking up this seed. And underneath the product, there was a coupon that you could select to get money off of a bag of seed. When I went to click the coupon and go to the checkout, there was like no discount or anything. So I ended up actually calling the store and asking them about the coupon. And the guy who was helping me, he couldn't figure it out either. This bag was $226 because he couldn't figure out the coupon, how much the coupon would save. He ended up giving me 10% off. So instead of $226 for each bag, it ended up coming out to like $203, I think it was. You know, so it definitely pays to, you know, check websites, you know, for promo codes, coupons, you know, stuff like that. If I can save money, you know, that's just going to be more money in my pocket. When you're thinking of what kind of seed you want to get, obviously you want to get a commercial brand, because if we look here, hopefully you guys can see this. So we have 3 different types of Kentucky bluegrass, which make up about 80%. And then 2 varieties of perennial ryegrass, which makes up about 20%. So you can see that right here, there is no weed seed detected. Other crop seeds, I don't know what that is. Noxious weed seed per pound, none found. When you're looking for seed, whether commercial products should have 0% weed seed. Stuff you get at the store might be a little bit different. So as you're looking for seed, definitely check the product label to see that you're not going to be introducing any weeds into your overseeding job or you know, your lawn seeding job. Benefits with going with a mix that we have here. A lot of the lawns that, you know, have been around 10, 15, 20 years use old varieties of grass types. As you know, technology goes on and years go on, they actually develop better varieties and types of grass seed so they can withstand certain types of fungus. They have better drought and heat tolerance. Definitely think of overseeding continually, because you're just going to be introducing these new types, these new varieties, and you're just going to make your lawn a lot more healthy, because it's going to have, you know, those different mechanisms that, you know, are going to help it withstand all those things. You also want to make sure when you're getting your seed that you know, try and maybe go for like a sun shade mix. You know, properties, you know, they have trees, so, you know, part of the lawn might get, you know, most shade throughout the day, and then as the sun goes, there might be, you know, more sun. So you're definitely going to want to try and get a sun shade mix. They do have shade mixes that are best for real shady areas. And they also have seed types that are more for direct sunlight. Those ones are specifically designed for you know, more direct sunlight. With this stuff, you can only buy it if you have a company that you can bill it under. Stuff like this is not meant for regular consumer purchase and use. If you do own a business, definitely go for the commercial type stuff. You're going to be getting a better product overall. You could buy in bulk. And, you know, like even 18 months ago, I think this same bag of seed was $160 or $180. Those are the products that we're going to be putting down this week for my customers. So Jordan's going to be going ahead of me and aerating, hopefully be quite a few yards ahead of me. So as he's aerating, you know, I'm going to follow up behind him and, you know, either do the fertilizer and or the overseeding. If you guys want a video on like how to, put the fertilizer down, the settings, the coverage patterns that I use for the fertilizer and the overseeding, if you guys would like a video on that, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you guys might be interested in, how to aerate, especially, with a ride-on aerator. There are obviously, kind of like zero-turn mowers. They operate just a little bit differently, kind of like a how-to or how we aerate. Let me know in the comments, and we can go ahead and record one for you guys. But as far as my pricing, if you guys want to know what my pricing is, for aerating, it's $30 per 1,000 square feet with a minimum of $60. So that covers about 2,000 square feet of turf area. Like I said, most of my yards are 2,000 to 3,000, so 60, 90 bucks. I do have a couple bigger properties, and for the bigger properties, I'm not gonna, like, I have one that's like almost 20,000 square feet. 20 times 30 is 600. So like that would be a $600 aerating job. But instead of, doing it that much for the bigger properties, I'll actually end up doing, like 4 times the mowing price. One I have is $105 weekly cut. And, so his price, his price was $450, I think is what it was. So definitely for the bigger properties, I'll cut them a little bit of a deal, going 4 times the mowing price, as opposed to, doing strictly the $30 per 1,000. Obviously because, we're there, it's not going to take us that long to actually aerate. Like a 20,000 square foot property might take an hour at the most. With the ride-on aerator, I could see it taking 30 to 45 minutes. So $600 for, like 45 minutes of work doesn't quite sit well with some people. So definitely, I'm coming a little bit under, cutting them a little bit better of a deal. As far as the fertilizer goes, for that, I'm at $25 per 1,000 square feet with a minimum of 50. So again, that covers 2,000 square feet of turf area. For the fertilizer, I typically don't cut anyone a deal on that for the size of the property. I don't do that because, you're actually using a product, the product costs, as opposed to, just using an aerator. You already have the aerator. That's why I don't typically go lower on the price of the fertilizer. As far as overseeding, like I said, seed is expensive. So for overseeding, I'm at $75 per 1,000 square feet. My minimum is $160. So again, that covers up to 2,000 square feet. 4,000 square foot property, is going to be $300. I do have quite a bit of overseeding this fall, actually, so it's really cool. It's a really good moneymaker. When all is said and done for aerating, fertilizer, and overseeding, I have about $12,000 worth of work scheduled. Not a bad moneymaker for sure. Having spent about $2,000 in product, bringing that to 10 grand, and obviously paying Jordan. Jordan's going to be making a lot of money doing the aerating for me. So maybe I can show you guys, how much I'm paying him for the aerating. I told him the amount that I'm willing to pay him to aerate because I don't want to do it, and he was more than willing to do it. He's going to be making a pretty penny when he's doing the aerating. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and hopefully found it informative. If you need any tips or where to get this stuff, I'll go ahead and leave links in the description below, but also leave me a comment. Let me know if you guys would like more videos as far as aerating goes and actually doing the fertilizer and also the overseeding. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now. That's going to do it for me. Hope you guys are doing good. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys.